Hey guys, it's Amber, and as promised, this is Wax. He is 13 but thinks he's 3. His favourite food is anything that his humans eat, but mostly bolognese, even though it gives him a bad tummy. And I think he likes cuddles and telling the postman off. Isn't that right, babe? Can you say cue generic intro? Say cue generic intro.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Amazon It, your favourite mess. I think I got my intro now. I think I got it down. Today we're going to be getting a little bit personal, I think. I think I'm going to be opening up about a couple of things, maybe too much. But I turned 19 last week, so to celebrate my surviving 19 years in this existence, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 lessons I learned before I turned 19. So in no particular order, here is my 10 lessons. Lesson number 1 is that life has an alternative path to the one that we're taught. And it's okay to take that path without feeling any shame or regret. And this sort of comes from, I would say, the fact that through growing up in a Welsh school, we're sort of pushed, you have to go to uni, you have to do a full-time job, you have to do this, you have to do that. And I wasn't told of any other possibility. I just thought I had to go to uni and that was it. But through going to college, I realised I could do an apprenticeship in what I wanted to do, and it meant I didn't have to live in student debt. And I was so happy about it, but I was so concerned that my parents would be disappointed in me for not going to uni. So telling them was like, I crap myself. And they were like, well, no, you're still going to have the same career, just a different path, and we're still proud of you. So it's okay to take that alternative path to the one that you were taught. And lesson number 2 is the definition of an achievement is personal to the achiever. This lesson basically comes from, in 2016 I had quite a dip in my mental health. But before then, I used to personally define achievements with academic achievements and if I won something with my singing or anything like that. And when I had a dip in my mental health, since then, I define achievements as getting up and making my bed in the morning, getting up and going to work, showering every day, brushing my teeth every day. So those are little achievements that to me are quite big. So as I said, the achievement is personal to the achiever. Lesson number 3 is it's okay to cut people out of your life if they are not making you happy or if they are bringing you down. You shouldn't feel guilty about that. If someone is not bringing you joy to your life, if someone is bringing you down mentally, physically, emotionally, you should never feel guilty about cutting that person out of your life. It is your life, and in 5 years down the line when you're sitting at some office desk in some firm, no one's gonna care. You're not going to care about it, that person isn't going to care about it. You may bump into each other and be like, hey, remember that time we did this? But it would never be, hey, remember that time you cut me out? That wouldn't happen. So do not ever feel guilty for doing you and keeping yourself happy. That brings me to lesson number 4, which is friendship is a two-way street. And by this, I mean don't be afraid to message your friends first. If you haven't heard of someone for a while, drop them a message. Hey, I'm checking in on you. Are you okay? Or just send them a meme. Just randomly say, I have this one friend that I haven't seen them since they've gone to university and we barely speak, but then every now and again they just drop me a meme and it's like, I know you're still thinking of me. And that's important. And I do the same. So don't ever be afraid to message back. Don't be that petty person that's like, oh, if I stop messaging first, no one messages me. Because friendship is a two-way street. Send them a meme. Tell them, hey, I saw this meme and I thought of you. You'll be surprised at how much joy it brings that person and how much closer it'll bring you as well. Lesson number 5 is it is 100% okay to admit that you're wrong. I am a stubborn git, so I've always struggled admitting I'm wrong, but it is 100% okay. Mistakes are there to be made. We're human. We would not be human if we didn't make any mistakes. The important thing is that we learn from them. If you make the mistake again and you think, oh, I should have learnt from this by now, then just keep learning. Life is a learning curve and mistakes are there as lessons. Okay, lesson number 6 is one I learned at a very young age. It's that words hurt 10 times worse than sticks and stones. Yeah, bruises heal, but words can leave you with lasting damage. And especially if they're ploughed into you enough. So just be careful what you say, because words hurt like hell. Lesson number 7 is that people handle grief in different ways. Some people need to lock themselves away. Some people need to lock themselves away in a quiet room and deal with it. Other people need to just get up and get on with it. If that's what they need to do, that's what they need to do. And it's no one's place to assume that someone else's grieving process is wrong, because it's not. It's personal to that person that is grieving. Lesson number 8 is help your mum. Help your mum out. I have watched my mum struggle through coming home from 12-hour shifts, tidying and cleaning the entire house, doing grocery shopping, cooking a full meal for the family, on no sleep. And I'm like, how do you do it? Help your mum. My mum did not go through 16 hours of agonising labour to pull out this big ass baby to have me complain about filling a dishwasher. Help your mum. That is he's gonna get me so many more views. Exploiting my dog for views. Wagsy, you okay, baby? Lesson number 9. Yeah, lesson number 9 is that there is no such thing as a guilty pleasure. If something brings you pleasure, you shouldn't have to feel guilty about it. So whether it's something sexually really messed up or whether it's just the fact you like singing the Moana soundtrack in the shower, that's me. If it brings you pleasure and it brings you joy and if it makes you happy, you should not feel guilty about that. You should own it. Sing Moana in and out of the shower if it makes you happy. That's one thing I learned. Can I have a kiss? Last but not least is lesson number 10, and that is labels are bullshit. This lesson comes from, I started identifying as bisexual when I originally came out. And then I got a bit older and was like, am I really that into dudes? So I came out as gay and then started questioning again. And it was a bit like, ah! But as soon as I realised that the only label I needed was my name, I relaxed totally. I totally and utterly relaxed. And it was that feeling of a weight had been lifted. Labels are there to categorise you. They are there to put you in a box. You're not a library book. You don't need to be categorised and filed. You are a human being. In short, just do you. And you don't need to put a name to it if you don't want to, if you're not comfortable with it. I always felt pressure to, but now that I don't, I'm so much lighter. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys this time round. But thank you so much for listening and watching, and I'll see you guys in maybe a week or two. Bye.